Okay, so in theory we're streaming. I'm not 100% sure. It says we have excellent connection though, so that is good. Um, there we go. If I look up here, I'm looking at the upper monitor. Um, but yeah, nobody's in here yet, but if you're watching the rerun of this, I am currently setting up Windows 10 because next week when they release Windows 11 for the developer preview on Windows Insider, I do plan on using it for a little while. Um, yeah, that's about it. So while people kind of filter in here, I'm going to be setting up the stream because I don't even have anything set up yet. So we're going to... Hi, how is everybody doing? Let's change up the scene here a bit. Like I said, I have nothing set up. I have... I won't be available. I'm going to sleep. Good night. You sleep well. We don't want to create a new scene. Like I said, this is very disorganized. Everybody that was here at my house left, and I was doing this anyway, so I figured I would just hit the stream button. Unplanned, unorganized, but we're going to go ahead and see if I can get... this isn't that different than in Linux, but there are some differences. So where's my display capture? There it is. Display capture, display capture. This one, okay. Oh, now you guys see that. So let's drag this on top. There we go. Okay, and then we'll do a little crop action here. So I think it's Alt. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Back here you can see my server. So if I go like this, it's right back here because I didn't close my closet. So just kind of cut that out a bit. There we go. Nah, let's drag it back this way. Alt. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to try to get chat in here. I have nothing set up. But yeah, one thing, I'm having issues in VirtualBox. I deleted it, but I'm going to try putting EndeavourOS on here because I'm going to make a video showing you guys all my KDE Plasma setup. I've done that on a live stream a couple times, but it's a live stream and it's like an hour and a half long video, so I'm going to make a shorter video going over that. Okay, so let's pop this chat out here. Pop out chat. Here you guys are, right here. So now, if you guys didn't know, you could do window capture. So probably about that is the size we're going to want. So to do window capture, here I'm going to move myself out of the way here, just like that. So to do window capture, you just add window capture, and this is how I do the little chat thing in my window. So for now, I'll just call this chat. Oh, and it did it perfectly on the one I want, so we're going to go OK. Here is the chat now. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And we're going to go ahead, hold down Alt, and drag this down. And then hold down Alt and drag this up to about there. Drag that about there. And let's make me... Does that look right? We're cut off a little bit. Whoa! That's fine though. Let's see, right there, and then right there. Still a little off. Right there. I think that's beautiful. Awesome. Chat rate 2. There are 37 people in here. Hello and welcome. If you didn't read the description or if you just joined, like I said, this is a very disorganized, rather dysfunctional stream. I just installed Windows 10 on my primary machine, and I actually intend on keeping it here for a little bit because I'm going to upgrade to Windows 11 on my primary machine, and I'm going to force myself to use it for about a month, kind of like I did with Solus. So if you guys are interested in that video, you can check out my full video review on Solus. We still got a little gap here. Let's try to fix that. Or at least make myself a little bigger and then make the chat snap. I wish it snapped. It does little snapping things in Linux, but it doesn't seem to be doing that here. Yeah, good enough. And then we'll put the chat right here so you guys can't see it, but I can. And get this out of the way. Perfect. All right. Yeah, oh boy. This stream will probably be about 45 minutes to an hour. Like I said, I don't have anything in particular planned, but I am real quick going to be opening up a new tab. I already went ahead and downloaded Endeavor for a video that I'm going to be doing today. We're going to be setting that up in VirtualBox, and I'm going to grab a couple things because I don't have really anything installed on this system at all, and we need a couple things. First of all, GIMP. Second of all, Kdenlive. So those are my two must-have applications here, and they actually work pretty well in Windows. GIMP runs a little bit slower in Windows than it does in Linux, but that's because it's all the libraries and all that are native to Linux. I'm not switching to Windows forever, but I'm going to switch to Windows for about a month so I could get used to it. And then I'm going to switch to, not Windows 10 for a month, I'm going to switch to Windows altogether for a month because the upgrade to Windows 11 for the Insider release is coming out in next week. And I want to use Windows 11 for a month. So then when I reference it and I bash it or I talk about it, I've actually used it and I actually know what I'm talking about, which is rather important. And a lot of people don't do that. So I think it's very important to actually know what you're talking about, especially if you're going to talk down on something. So that is why I'm going to be using it for a little bit, because it's new and I got to know what I'm talking about as I reference it. So let's get GIMP. Download GIMP directly, Kdenlive, save file. I do have a video on Pop. It's going over Cosmic. The primary focus is going over Cosmic. Let's see, I'm going to try to fix this real quick. See if I can, oh, that's not going to work. Oh well, it's fine. Let's download this. So GIMP is downloaded, and let's download Kdenlive. One thing that I do like about Windows versus Linux, and this is literally the only thing, is my the primary camera I use, which is a Canon EOS M50. It has the software so I could actually use it as a webcam. Like right now, this isn't the camera I usually use. This is just the Logitech 1080p webcam. Download Windows 10 11, not 10. I'm going to be using the non-leaked version of Windows 11, and that is coming out sometime next week, and I'll be upgrading this system. And this is actually education, the education edition, I believe, because, yeah, Windows 10 education, because I got it, the key for free from my school, which is cool. Yeah, it should. I haven't personally tried dual booting Windows 11 with Linux, but it's probably possible because you can use secure boot with a lot of different Linux distributions. Is there a solution for using Android as a second monitor? I use Windows. I do not know, personally. Hello, India, or all of the Indians who are here. I do appreciate you guys. I think like probably 40% of my audience comes from India, and that's super cool. India is a magnificent, beautiful country. And I do plan on going there eventually. It's super pretty. Okay. So now let's get GIMP, because the whole reason I have my thumbnail is just me going is because I didn't even have GIMP. I don't have Kdenlive. I don't have nothing. Ooh, that was gross. Hold on. We need to change that. User account controls. Change UAC. I don't need to be told that I'm doing something. Continue. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, we don't want user account controls. And I did do this as an offline account, so I don't have... The only thing for the little check marks when you install this that I checked was the location. I do want them to like track my weather, Which, speaking of weather, it is absolutely going to be wrecked here. Look at that. 98, 102, 105, 111. God. Literally the coldest it's going to be in the next 5 days is going to be 70 degrees, including the middle of the night. Very sad. Let's see. I have Windows 10 dual boot with Arch Linux, thinking of opting into Windows 11, but according to ArchWiki, it's a headache to enable secure boot. I do believe that. Yeah, I don't know about dual booting. For me, I never like to dual boot something on the same drive. That's generally not that good of an idea. If you have a laptop and you can only have one drive on there, and that's your only option, then okay. But if you're in a situation where you could have two separate drives, have a drive completely dedicated to Windows, have another drive completely dedicated to Linux, that is usually the better move. Yeah, it's gonna get hot. It's gonna get hot where I'm at. Okay, are we installing GIMP? Oh, it's still installing GIMP. Yeah, that's one thing. GIMP does not run, well, it runs okay, but it's not the best when it comes to running on Windows. It's just not the best. From Jordan, cool. You guys are from some cool countries. I would love, especially India. I'm kind of biased to India because I would love to visit. Yeah, Pakistan, all those countries in the Middle East. I'd like to visit the, I forgot what the square is called, but the one area in Saudi Arabia where people do their pilgrimage. I think that would be a beautiful area to go visit too. GIMP is done. Awesome. Can I change thumbnails midstream? I doubt it. YouTube is not very friendly when it comes to things like that. Yeah, no go. Oh well. It's a sad day. Okay. So, now let's get Kdenlive installed, because that's another very important thing to my workflow. I'm really considering, I really hate paying for software, but I might like get the free trial of Adobe Premiere Pro and use it to edit like 2 videos, just because I haven't used Adobe Premiere Pro since like probably 2016. So it would be cool to check it out. Yes, Mecca, thank you. Visiting the area around Mecca would be absolutely wonderful. Kdenlive. Let's see. Greetings from Portland. I just moved up from Vancouver, Washington to the east side of Washington. So I'm very familiar with the Portland area, particularly Clark County. And being from Portland, you probably know exactly where I'm talking about. I never asked, is my audio okay? According to Kdenlive, it is. Not Kdenlive, according to OBS, it is. Have you tried Bottles? It's similar to Lutris and has Proton. I have not tried that. GNOME is bloated, just use Plasma. Yep. Okay. Install for anyone on this computer. I do not know the difference, personally, because... Oh no! I made a typo in the description. That sounds like every other video that I do is... Especially 3-letter things. It's like, I always like RGP, RBG, OBS, OSB, TMP, TPM. I screw up those all the time. I've given up on trying to correct myself. Let's see, TMP Windows 11, yep. Yeah, I was able to get Windows 11 works perfectly fine on this machine. I'm pretty sure, here, let's open up their browser real quick. This is Edge. We do not want to set this as default. Let's see, I think Windows 11 compatibility or compatibility checker. I forgot what it's called, but they just released that. This article should have a link to it. Let's see, thoughts on Deepin. I like Deepin. The actual Deepin distribution is okay. If you're interested in Deepin, I would recommend checking out Ubuntu DDE. That one, in my opinion, is a little bit better. Here it is. Oh, it's a setup tool. Okay. All right, Microsoft. Oh God. Here's some more terms of use. Here, can I use this? Let's see if I can zoom in here so you guys can see what I'm doing a little bit better. So, accept the license agreement. Looks good to me. All right, install. Open up Windows PC Health Check. Supposedly, this is what we're using to see if my computer. Oh yeah, there it is. Announcing Windows 11. Let's check if this PC meets the minimum requirements. Check now. Your school manages this PC. Oh boy. So I installed the Windows Education Edition thinking that I would this would work properly, but I might have to reinstall once I get this, so we'll see. Or actually, there's a setting I could change to fix that. I have updates, storage capacity. Let's see. Sorry, you guys are hearing my notifications. Okay, so that was a failure. 32 gigs of RAM, 500 gig, 1 year old. Yeah, RIP, right? Look at that. This is what I get for using the free key that my school gave me. but I know how to get around that. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. You guys are gonna see it look weird for a sec. Let's zoom on out. Look, I got VirtualBox hiding behind here too. I don't have this set. I usually have this set up so well I could just click a button and it goes from window to window real easy. There we go. RIP for my Windows 11 upgrade. Ooh, rename your PC. Rename this PC. Who did they even come up with this? Let's go Windows. I usually name all my Linux machines after the distro because I think it looks really cool when it says like Brandon at Manjaro in the terminal. But for this, it doesn't even really matter because, cancel. It doesn't even matter. I'm very sad about that. This thing right here. That I'm going to have to do a workaround to get that to work. Is it calculating CPU age? I have no idea. I wonder what Windows rates my PC. Because I did a video a long time ago. If we go YouTube. Because I did this on a laptop. Tech Hut rate PC. Yeah. You can get the index score in Windows 10 if you all did not know. Open PowerShell and run the commands. Okay. Pro tip: if you don't want to hear me talk in my videos, you could just go to the description and copy and paste things. Just a little pro tip. So let's paste this in. Oh, okay. So you just right click. I haven't used this in so long, I forget how to do everything. Okay. All right. So it's assessing everything. And I have streams running and all that, so it's probably going to give me a lower number than it deserves, but we'll see. We'll see. What else do I need to paste in? Get commutative. I didn't know you did streams. I do streams every once in a while. Usually my streams are sporadic because I have young children that live with me, and it's like, it's not a big deal, but like in the background noise and all that, everybody left, so I was like, ooh, I'm just gonna hit the stream button and see what's going on. I did not hear about Windows 11 requiring a camera and Bluetooth in laptops. The Bluetooth I can kind of see, but I don't know why that would be a requirement. A camera, that sucks that that's required. I'm really curious to what this score is going to give me here. Here, let's zoom in a little so y'all can see what's going on a little bit better. There we go. Whenever you see me shift my head over here, I have a monitor up there. It's a little laggy on my end, so if it's laggy, I do apologize. 3-month-old comments. Yeah, I don't know how to use YouTube Stream. To be blunt. Oh, okay. So they are requiring a camera. Okay. What I'm doing right now is, you all probably remember a long time ago there was a Windows 7 index score, and Windows would try to give your PC a rating. Um, oh, very laggy audio. I do apologize. Looking better on my end. Oh, yeah, because it was running a test. So, yeah, everything should be better now. Okay, hopefully. All right. Ooh, it's given me a pretty good score here. Beautiful, thank you. The stream was laggy and glitchy because I was running the Windows index score. And so this is what supposedly my PC scores. I got a 9.3 for CPU. That's pretty good. 999. I got a 1 assessment state. And my overall score is an 8.8. So yeah, if you didn't know, that still exists. It's part of this video. You can rate your PC with index scores. Doesn't have very many views. It doesn't do anything. It's just kind of a cool thing. It sucks they took that out. What Windows am I setting up? Right now this is Windows 10. The primary reason I'm setting it up is because I'm going to be upgrading it to Windows 11 next week when that comes out. And then I'm going to be using Windows 11 for about a month, and then I'm going to switch back to Linux. But the primary reason I'm doing this is because I like to actually know what I'm talking about, especially if I'm going to be bashing things. But speaking of that, let's go ahead and set up this. I want to get this to work. EndeavourOS. And we're going to go with Linux, and this is Arch 64-bit. So let's see if I can get this to work. I was having issues with Manjaro giving me a black screen, and I don't want to spend the time to try to fix it. One thing that I'm going to be doing, I don't think I have it within reach, is all my videos that I'm going to be doing that I usually would do in VirtualBox. I have a little mini PC that I'm going to dedicate solely to that and record it with a capture card, so then it's on actual hardware all the time. So then I don't have to use VirtualBox to record videos as much, and that's going to be awesome. I'm not sure how to do that, but I could probably figure out. What do you think of Linux Mint? Linux Mint is by far one of the best distributions, especially if you're newer or you're coming over from something like Windows. I love Linux Mint. If you go back into my archive of videos, you could see I would switch back and forth between Linux Mint and Windows 7 quite frequently. And I'm talking deep. If you gotta go deep to find those. Like, all this is like Android and Minecraft videos if you go super far back. I forgot the exact video where I was using, but like, see, bucket tutorial, how to run and install Minecraft server in Ubuntu 9 years ago. Don't want to do that. I know there was a video that I had a Mint, and I had it all customized and riced out. I don't remember which one it was though, and I don't think it shows in the thumbnail. Oh well, it's not a big deal. So let's close all this out, and let's create a new hard disk, because I want to have Endeavour. Dun, dun. 32 gigs is always a good sweet spot. Start. We should be getting an official ISO file from Microsoft if you are registered as a insider. Next week, they said, but it could be Monday, it could be Friday. I'm not sure on the specifics, but that's when I hear it's happening. Oh, I didn't realize how zoomed in I still was. I'm sorry, everybody. There we go. I was rocking. You guys were full zoom. I do apologize. Okay, so Endeavour, start. Okay, let's see if this works. NVIDIA, non-free, latest, no legacy. We'll go with this one. Beautiful. Yeah, and being in the Insider program, you just basically sign into a Microsoft account and say you want to do that, and you're in the Insider program. You don't have to have any sort of special credentials or anything like that. So it should be accessible to just about everybody next week. Yeah, they struggled with the install. Um, that's the one thing. If you're going to install Windows 11, do make sure that you have the is it TPM, TMP, whatever, that chipset version 2 enabled in your BIOS, as well as secure boot. All that is absolutely essential. What is your favorite distro and why do you recommend to try it? Right now, it's hard to pick a favorite distro because I love a lot of them for all different reasons. Example, on my laptop machine, I have a Pop! OS with Cosmic, just because, and like, for something like on my desktop machine where I'll run something like Arch, I love to customize it. I go in, I tweak everything. I completely screw around with even like the bash RC file, stuff like that. I love Arch Linux distributions to customize, tweak, screw around with, things like that. Right now I'm using, well, I was using EndeavourOS. So Endeavor is really good if you want kind of closer to Arch. Manjaro is really good if you're newer, or really if you're not newer, for anybody. And if you want something that's pretty riced out of the box, you could go with like, what was it called? Not Farron. Well, Farron's good too. What was it called? I'm having a brain fart here. Let's see. YouTube. But if you're somebody who likes something a little bit more, you don't tinker around too much, something like a Pop! OS or Ubuntu or Linux Mint is absolutely fine. Gruda Linux. Sorry, Gruda Linux is another good one too, if you do like it kind of riced out of the box a bit. Boop. Okay, yeah, Pop! OS I have on my laptop. Pop! OS is really the only one I haven't really distro hopped from. And I do like that on my laptop, primarily, not primarily, but one of the big reasons is because of the tiling. The pop shell is really nice, especially because my laptop screen's kind of small, but I like it to do the tiling thing. Hey man, I've been watching your channel for a long time and really like your videos. Thank you for educating me. You are welcome. I do appreciate that. On how you would download game launcher software on a new rig built. There's literally nothing on YouTube like this. Yes, I will look into that. Gruda is bloated. That is absolutely true. But for a lot of people, that doesn't really matter. Shut up 10 on Windows. Amazed how much data was sending to them. Yeah, it's crazy how much. As soon as you plug in your Windows operating system to the internet, Microsoft knows what is going on, basically. Okay, see you later. Let's install this thing. So, if you are interested in an EndeavourOS install, I've done this in the past. Oh, it's going to actually work. A lot of the times, the Linux distributions like this don't really like to work as far as the built-in VirtualBox drivers, but it's interesting that EndeavourOS out of all of them have that out of the gate. You should make a video explaining Linux directory structure. I do have that in the works. I do plan on doing that. Yeah. So we're going to install this real quick. And like I was saying, if you're interested in the EndeavourOS install, I did do that in the past, installing i3. In this case, I'm going to be installing KDE because I'm going to be doing a video on how I usually set it up, which, like I said, is something I usually live stream, but a lot of people don't catch live streams. So I'm going to do a separate dedicated video on this. No swap. And here, always make sure you do your base devil. EndeavourOS, the XFCE is absolutely beautiful. This is what it looks like out of the box right here. The menu, the colors, everything is absolutely phenomenal. But unfortunately, we're going to go with the KDE desktop. Cinnamon's really good. Bungie's good, or Budgie. A lot of people correct me when I say Bungie instead of Budgie. And I don't need any of that other stuff. Full name. I'm not going to do my full name. This is something I always do, like I said earlier, is what's the name of this computer. I like to name it the name of the distribution so that in the terminal it says like Brandon at EndeavourOS. And we'll do something. Ooh, it's actually going to let me do it. Cool. Next, install now. Beautiful. Okay. yeah, right. Systemd slow. Why should I leave systemd? Systemd's fine. People who freak out over systemd bloat and this, that, and the other. It's like a little over the top. Systemd really isn't that bad. Installing something like Runit or using a system that already uses Runit, you might get like a second boot speed improvement, things like that. It is follows the Unix principles a little bit better because systemd is huge when it comes to what it's supposed to be ultimately, but it really doesn't matter. I named my PC Star Labs user flash. That's cool. I prefer BPY-top. I use HTOP more just because it's lighter, it's simpler, but I love BPY-top just because of how everything's set up. Yeah, BPY-top is beautiful. And one thing I'm going to do while I have Windows installed is I'm going to try installing that layer so you can have like the Linux terminal and all that in here. Oh, cool. Yeah, I have it's not an old video, but it's a video of me installing my Ryzen CPU. And that video did pretty well, actually. And I do thank you for watching it, and I'm glad it helped you. Yeah, cool. Thanks for watching my stuff. I do always appreciate that. I don't know if you could tell, but my lighting might be a little bit better. I got a softbox light over there. So hopefully you guys see improvements in my videos going forward as far as lighting. Why are you setting up Windows? For those of you just joining the stream, I'm setting up Windows because I'm going to be installing Windows 11 in about a week when the ISO actually comes out from Microsoft. And I'm going to be using that for about a month. I don't really necessarily want to, but if I'm going to be somebody who does like Linux distro reviews and I recommend things to people from Windows, I should at least have some experience in Windows to be able to properly recommend things, compare things, be critical of things. So I'm going to be using Windows 11 for about a month, just so I actually know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to comparing things to Windows. It's very important. Yeah, BPY-top is awesome. Bookmark BPY-top. And it runs very, very well. I am from the beautiful state of Washington in the United States. And it is currently, you can't see my little clock there, but it is almost 11 a.m. And speaking of, we were talking about this earlier, it's going to be a little toasty here. So if I go to weather, we have the excessive heat warning, and it's going to be above 100 for about a week. So this is going to be absolutely wonderful, especially on Tuesday when it's going to be 111. God forbid. Okay, so that's still installing. And let's make sure we have Kdenlive working. Oh, let's see. Windows Defender has blocked Kdenlive. I'm shocked. Allow communication with everybody. Okay, there we go. So Kdenlive is up and running. Let's check on chat here. Yeah, excessive. Debian or Arch-based. You can barely survive 80. Yep, it gets pretty warm here during the winter, especially in eastern Washington. It's usually not 100 for a week. It hits 100 here and there, but we'll be okay. I might get a little burnt because you got to go outside just so you can feel it. uh, let's see here. Have you ever tried DaVinci Resolve? I have tried DaVinci Resolve. Um, the reason why I like Kdenlive over DaVinci Resolve is because Kdenlive more resembles the functionality of Adobe Premiere Pro, which before I got super into Linux and all that, and when I was in high school especially, I used Adobe Premiere Pro, I think CS5 or CS6 on a daily basis. So I'm very familiar with at least the older versions, how to use that, keyframing, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's why I like Kdenlive, because it's pretty much Adobe Premiere Pro, but free and a little lighter, which is wonderful for me. Like I said earlier, for those of you who just joined, I'm thinking about getting the trial of Adobe Premiere Pro just so I can see the differences and how it's either improved or gotten bloated or whatever in the past couple of years, because like I said, I haven't used it in forever, but it's still one of my favorite video editors. And we have GIMP up, so that is good. Ooh, Kdenlive doesn't... Yeah, see, I didn't know that. Kdenlive doesn't have a Mac OS version. Kdenlive. Dun, dun, dun. Download. Yep, no Mac. That's sad, because Kdenlive is a wonderful video editor, and out of all the free and open source ones, it's pretty good. I did move for school. Well, I moved for a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons is school, because there's a wonderful university in the town I'm in. I'm probably going to be studying geosciences, which is kind of a mixture with geology and geography. But the main thing that I'm going to be looking at right away is a certificate in GIS, which is Geographic Information Systems. And with that, one thing I need to do is learn Python, because that's going to be helpful in that degree. So we have... Please answer me. Okay, I'll answer you. Don't worry. Armarsh. I'm working on it. I gotta read it first. Best battery life in which distro with a modern desktop environment? Battery life on Linux generally, because there's not many optimization tools and stuff like that like there's in Windows. So a system that doesn't use very much resources, because the more your CPU is throttling, the more power it's going to use. So something lightweight. You say you want a modern desktop, anything with XFCE. I know some distributions have built-in battery life stuff, but I don't know enough to talk about battery life, because I like to, when I give suggestions, I actually like to have like done benchmarking tests, and that's one thing I lack, is I haven't really gotten distributions and tested battery life, because the only laptops I have are old ThinkPads, and there would be too much of variance and differences that I could say for certain. So somebody else in chat might help. Yeah, see, this guy says Fedora for battery life. They'll add power profiles. So Fedora is something you might want to check out. Santos, I did not switch to... Well, I'm going to switch to Windows for about a month, but I promise I will be back. Do I personally know other YouTubers like Tyler's Tech and DistroTube? Not personally. I've messaged a couple of them, minor chit-chatting, but I've never like had a one-on-one like vocal conversation with them. So not really, but kinda. Yeah. So not really. DistroTube gave me a shout out once, and I thought that was one of the coolest things in the world, because he's one of my absolute favorites on YouTube. There's a how-to video extending battery life on Linux. That's a good one to check out. And yeah, the DistroTube Windows 11 video was pretty funny. It was exactly what I expected him to say with about just about everything. It's beautiful. He's definitely a Linux boomer for sure. Okay. What else do I need to set up? I'm going to set up my email. I wonder if Outlook is free for me, because I should probably use some of the Microsoft applications so I can compare properly. Um, let's see, Outlook. Oh, okay. So it's just going to be all browser based. So I'll just sign into that later. I have my school account logged onto Microsoft Edge. Oh, there's my email. Please don't email me. Not my school email. I don't want to get in trouble. You probably wouldn't, but still. Um, let's see. The end of distro twos, yeah. Why are Indians everywhere on YouTube? Because there's a lot of people in India. I think, are they the first most populated or the second most populated? India, it's either China or India. I'm pretty sure it's China. Population. Yeah, right. So 1.4 billion versus China population. Oh, it's very on par. You guys almost got China beat. Yeah, they dipped down a little bit. India's, look at that. You guys are closing in on each other. Closing in. Very close, though. India's almost beaten China. The population of China's kind of tapering down a little bit. First in democracy versus China. Yep, that is very true. And US is down here just kind of, it's not flatlined, but it sure does look like it. Yeah, the population in the United States is definitely not booming. It's gone up in the last 10 years from 282 to 3, so not even 100 million versus you guys where it's gone from basically a billion to 0.3, so 300, 3.5 or 3.500 million, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I love India. Like I said, I'd love to visit India. Let's go. Let's check it out here. There's one spot. New Delhi. There's New Delhi. One thing I'm interested in studying is urban planning, and I definitely find your guys' road systems interesting. Like it's, oh, this is the Indian Gate. Yeah, see, I would love to visit New Delhi. Okay, completely off topic. Let's go back onto the topic. Ooh, one thing we need is the Nordic wall, or I'll just go Nordic KDE. I gotta feel a little bit at home if I'm going to be running on Linux. So where the wallpaper and the screenshot is from here. Save image as to pictures. Save. Where are we? There we are. Right click. Set as desktop background. There we go. I feel a little bit better now. Just a little bit. Okay, let's look at chat real quick. I tried to install Windows 11 on my laptop, but it's an older ThinkPad, so it doesn't have the TMP or TPM whatever version 2, which kind of sucks. Other than Justin Bieber OS. There's actually a Justin Bieber OS. You'll see, if you see Indian traffic, the road planning is very interesting. Make the bar transparent. Let's go to personalize. I'm not sure if I remember how to do that. Taskbar. Use small buttons. Oh, can't see nothing. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, actually, yeah, I've talked to, out of anybody in the Linux community YouTuber Linux community that I've talked to the most, it's probably Tom. Actually, if we look, this is an older video. I'm surprised they actually did this with me. Channel content, if I search creators, I actually did a video a while back with a couple different content creators. See, July of 2020, I think I had like, I didn't even have that many subscribers or anything. Skip ad. So I did a video with Tom. So there he is. So I did a video with Tom. I did a video with Yunta, which if you are at all interested in Linux audio, this guy is absolutely awesome. And I did a video with him. Shane Milton. Yeah, I was like, I know his name's Shane, but I don't want to get it wrong. Yeah, so I did a video with Switch to Linux, Yuntha, and Shane. And he's really good with photography stuff. So I would recommend you guys go check out and subscribe to their channels. If you go to this video, so right click, open that up in a new tab. Go down, and at the bottom of the description I have their channel names. You all are probably subscribed to Switch to Linux, wonderful channel. Then we have Yunta, which is wonderful for audio, and Shane Milton is wonderful for photography. Firefox or Brave for privacy? Neither. If I was you, if you're really concerned about privacy, I would do Librewolf, which is a Firefox-based browser. And that, if that's your main thing, is wonderful. I wonder if you could get that on Windows. Librewolf Windows. Librewolf browser. Installation. I doubt it. Arch, Debian, Flatpak. Oh, Windows. Oh, there's no setup. Oh, there's a setup exe. Wow. Okay. So Librewolf setup exe, save. Okay. Do you know that Tom has a PhD in micro... Damn, Tom. I see you. Let's see. Damn, Tom. Okay. A guy too. I see you. Smarter than I ever will be. Get microbiology. Google OS. Put that in the center. I don't know if... Can you do that in 10? I don't think you can center things like that in 10. I'm curious to this. Oh! Don't worry, everybody. Windows has protected me against myself. Windows has protected my PC. God forbid I run Librewolf. Okay, let's run that anyway, shall we? My God. Install. I have nothing to hide but my adult searches, right? Okay. Sorry, it's going to look weird. Like I said, I usually have this set up so I don't have to, like, adjust things in Kdenlive. Oh, not Kdenlive, OBS. There we go. Okay. So, supposedly this is done. So let's see if we have Librewolf on Windows. Librewolf. Beautiful. Okay. And it's got everything that it's supposed to have. It's got the little ad blocker. It's DuckDuckGo by default. Beautiful. So that's cool. You can get Librewolf in Windows. That's good to know. All right. So what was I doing? Oh yeah, we want to see if EndeavourOS ever finished up. So it did. So let's restart now. Done. And now this is when I ran into issues with Manjaro. Okay, so we're going to want to, I'm going to shut this down. Power off. Okay. Settings. And let's get rid of this guy. Delete. Remove. Okay. Start. Beautiful. Dun, 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 we light on top, ginger beard. Yep, that's the issue. It's very light brown. If I go into the sun, my hair looks a little more red, but yep, got the ginger beard. Which, I mean, I look kind of weird without a beard. So I'd rather have a ginger beard than no beard. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's not it. Oh yeah, I did something easier. Is it gonna work? Because Manjaro didn't work out of the gate. We'll see. Ah, beautiful. This is why I like EndeavourOS. EndeavourOS is one of the best Arch systems that you could buy. Not buy, you don't buy it. One of the best Arch systems you can run. The installer doesn't have this working out of the gate though, so that kind of sucks. Input, let's see, devices. I usually don't do it this way, but let's see if it's any different. Ah, I cannot insert it. Okay. We'll install this through the through the terminal later. So let's close this out. We got that installed, so now I can make my video later. Let's continue. Google it. Worst Linux distro. Are you rolling release or otherwise? I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Storage. Insert. Choose. Okay, so now it's gonna work. I thought I got rid of just the mounted disk. Second tap and click enable. Ooh. See, this is why I like doing this, because most of the people who subscribe to me are actually smarter than me. I learn more more from people saying that's not how you do that, or you just do this, than I do any other way. So there we go. So he said the welcome message, second tab. I will go there. Ooh. Oh, it's trying just to enable, select the after install. It tells me right there. After install, enable get. What? They make this so easy. Oh, okay. I think EndeavourOS is officially my favorite Arch-based distribution. Just period, no debate. I've never had a Linux distro work this well with VirtualBox. Have you ever done admin stuff? If so, Deb. I have not done admin stuff. I'm really not like super, like, I know a little bit of Python. I know how to like set up a server rack. I know how to do like home networking, but on a professional level, I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to Linux and Windows and all that. I know how to do a lot of personal computer stuff, but I can't go in and set up like a business network or things like that. It's just not gonna happen. It's not my actual profession. It's not what I do. It's just a hobby, and it's super fun. I love tinkering. I love changing things. I love doing stuff like that. But as far as server admin work, I mean, I can set up like a static website. I know basic web server stuff, but anything I've learned has been like of me reading wikis and stuff. Love me some Windows. Yeah, I was telling, I'm going to be switching to Windows for a month. I'm going to be forcing myself to do that just so I could kind of know what's going on and have that experience. But do not fret, I will be back using Linux on a full-time basis after I use it for a little bit. But thanks for coming in, DT. I do appreciate that. And I already did say thank you for that one video you did when you shouted out me and a couple other people. That was absolutely fantastic. Okay. Ticket, sir, I've already Windows machine. PC health check is not supported. Yeah. Yeah, the thing they're doing with the requirements to run it is silly because it's not... They didn't even really do anything other than some graphical changes in the Android support. It's really silly what they're doing. And like I said, I tried to run this earlier, the health check thing. So if I go the PC health check. Oh, and we were talking about this earlier. If you guys have not seen DistroTube's video of his initial impressions of Windows 11. It's definitely something you should check out. Me, if I do this is education version, and I got the what is it, the key for free from my school. And they're like, contact your IT admin. Your school manages this PC. Which is, no, it doesn't. So we'll see. Okay. Back to this. Later on, we're going to be, well, the next video I do is going to be a going over my general KDE Plasma setup, because I've done that a couple times in various live streams, but never to the point that it's easy to digest. So we're going to be doing that separately. One thing I'm always find curious is the Discover KDE store. It's always in here, but it's just not good. I would not recommend anybody use the Discover store. It's bad. Do you play Minecraft? One of your Manjaro videos. I used to play Minecraft all the time, but I don't know, I'm just not that interested in it anymore. It's not, I don't know. It's not fun to me anymore. I used to, and even when I did play Minecraft, the only thing I would do is like server stuff, where I would like make little JavaScript plugins and configure others and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, is that the deal breaker? Because there's no animated wallpapers. Out of anything, that's going to be the deal breaker for going over to Windows. But yeah, there's no animated wallpapers. They just made that pretty for the video. Yeah, and I had to switch back to this. This is the only thing right here that I have to make me feel at home, is my Nordic KDE wallpaper. Oh, I love it. Okay, what time is it? We've been live for, I don't even know. I'm still not used to doing YouTube live streams. Oh, there it is. 57 minutes. So we will be wrapping this up soon. Yeah, here I'm gonna link to that DT video, because I'm gonna be ending the stream soon, but that's definitely something you all need to go check out. Windows 11 DT. Oh, there it is. Linux Boomer. I love it. So this is the DT video. I'd recommend you all check that out. I don't see System 76 listed here. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. One thing that I do think is cool about Windows 11, though, is the Android built-in thing. But then again, it's something that's going to be installed whether if you like it or not. So it's like I forgot how it's working. It's like the Windows Store with the Amazon Store with the Android APK package. It's like so much below. It's not comprehensible. I think it was Chris Titus Tech tweeted something out that was so if I go Chris Titus Tech, he had the perfect little layout of how it's being set up. I might not be able to find it, but I'll retweet it so you all can see it. But yeah, I'm on Twitter too, if you guys care at all. This is here. But with all that said, I am going to be ending this stream. I do thank you all for watching. We're just about an hour in. I'm going to end on the exact hour mark, which, well, unless if I get a bunch of questions all of a sudden, because now I'm going to be paying full attention to chat and answering questions. Oh no, Beats a Loving Nerd can't run it. That's sad. And you've tried the TMP and the secure boot and all that. I know I was really hoping that I'd be able to run Windows 11 on the laptop, because I would have rather tried that out on that instead of my main computer. So that kind of sucks. Did you debloat it though? I have not debloated this yet. I probably won't, to be completely honest, because I'm going to be upgrading it to 11 and I don't want to screw anything up. So, by the way, your dot files are God. Yeah, the DistroTube dot files are awesome. Checked my BIOS. I only have a 5th gen i7. Yeah, see, my ThinkPad that I wanted to install it on is a 5th gen i5, and I can't do it with that. And that sucks. But then again, I'll just keep Pop! OS on that machine, and it'll be fine. It's going to be good. Like I said earlier, Pop! OS Cosmic, I do recommend you all check that out. Check out the Twitter. Check out DT's video. If you scroll up a little bit, you can see the links. The Pizza Loving Nerd, he does great videos as well, so make sure you check out his stuff. Oh, yeah. Before I go, the TMP thing can be done with a file replacement. There is a process to do it, but basically if you get a Windows 10 ISO, and there's a certain folder you move in to that ISO from the Windows 11 ISO, it bypasses these system requirements. So do make sure you search that up, Pizza Loving Nerd, because if there's a will, especially when it comes to technology, there is definitely a way to get it done. And with all that said, how many of you are here? 67. I do hope you all have an absolutely beautiful day. I keep trying to end, but I keep reading the chat. Fedora is made for ThinkPads. I'll definitely check it out. Do you use window managers? I usually use technically I use KWin because I use KDE Plasma for the most part. I use i3 here and there, but I haven't gotten into window managers enough. Yeah, DistroTube's definitely the guy to check out with window managers. He's used all of them almost. And my main problem is I love this thing. This runs my life. I'm not a good, keyboardist? There's a word for it. I'm not too good with the keyboard, so I have no issues using this little guy right here. And that is one of the reasons why I use KWin and why I like Pop! OS. Because even when I use tiling in Pop! OS, I'll end up dragging the windows around with the mouse. Yeah. So, with Xnomad is really nice. It's above my head at the moment because I haven't spent the time to actually learn it. And I barely know i3, so I should probably master a starter window manager like i3 before I go in and consider checking out the other ones, basically. Okay. All right, now I'm going to end this. So once again, I do thank you all for watching. Thanks DistroTube and Pizza Loving Nerd for both hopping in. You guys are both wonderful. I did not hack and tosh my ThinkPad. But with all that said, I do hope you all have a beautiful day. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Check out that DistroTube video. Follow me on Twitter